Got a package in the mail. It's the BenQ ScreenBar Halo. Have you guys heard of it? Yeah, let's talk about it. Oh, sorry. Been playing with a new knife that I got. It's a CJRB Tigris. What a cool blade. Should debut soon, just not this video. Guys, welcome back to the studio. My name is Brannon No D, that's right. There is no D belonging in this name, hence Brannon, not Brandon. We're talking about a BenQ product once again on the channel. Everything they put together, you just know you're going to get something premium in the box. I've actually seen a few of these lights on monitors, and you know, you have to ask the question, do you actually need it and how useful is it? Well, guess what? I'm going to clarify all that for you in today's review. But before we get started, I have to ask, are you guys subscribed to the channel? Because if you're not, you're definitely missing out on a ton of fun that we have right here in this very studio or wherever I take my camera. Guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and be sure to hit all so you'll be notified in the next video I post. All right, let's talk about this and what comes in the box. All right, coming inside, you're gonna get the ScreenBar Halo Quick Start Guide. And usually I'm never amped about paperwork, but believe it or not, you're gonna come to love this, I promise you. Not only does it show you how to mount on a regular monitor or a curved, that's right, they actually give you an adapter as well to apply for a curved monitor, but they also show you how to insert the batteries to the dock. No, I'm just kidding, actually, that's the easy part. All kidding aside, you'll definitely want it for the complete guide and how to use the dock, which I'm gonna show you in just a second. But first, let's show you the wedge we were talking about for you curved monitor users. You get this little wedge, and I'll show you how that fits in just a second. And then you get this thicker foam pad. You'll be using both of these to get that perfect fit on your curve. All right, before we give the rundown on the dock, let's take a look at the actual light itself. I wanna cover that first because the dock will definitely be much more in depth than the light itself. So taking a look at the front, you got the BenQ logo on this plastic housing. Then you have this metal base with your LED lights. Keep in mind, you're not gonna get RGB out of this, but you are going to get a warm tint or a cool tint, and we will show you how that works with the dock. On the bottom, you'll have this nice roller felt. On the top, you'll have the same felt, and that's what's going to sit on top of your monitor. But the unique part about this light that separates it from all the rest, not only is it a front light, but it's also a backlight as well. Coming out is a fixed cord. I kind of wish it detached, but it's really not a problem because you're going to get yourself a USB-A cable, so you're actually able to plug it into the monitor itself, because most monitors have a USB-A connection, and that should give you some room on your actual tower for other peripherals. and you have a little bit of play here to adjust your angle to your preference. But you'll also notice it has a sensor right here, and that is going to work with the dock. Speaking of dock, here it is. And guys, let me tell you right off the bat, it's nice. It's very premium in the hand. The top part here is metal and it glides very smoothly. The bottom is a harder plastic material. And then on the bottom you have this rubber ring, and that is going to prevent it from slipping once you set it down on a flat surface. And if you take a closer look, you'll notice it is on an angle too as well, so it kind of faces you looking straight onto it. Now, as far as inserting the batteries, it was very simple. You have this little tab here, and it's magnetized. You just pull up on it. So that exposes the 3 AA batteries that this requires, which are actually included. Thank you, BenQ. Now, when it comes to curved monitors, you'll take your wedge. You have this thin edge right here that will line up to the edge on the inside of here. Fits perfectly on top, and there you go. And then you have the thicker pad that you'll take this adhesive off the back, place it on your monitor, and it will go here. All right, let's go ahead and nerd out with me real quick. I'll go over the specs on what this light is capable of putting out for you, and then we'll go ahead and show you how the dock works. Sound good? Let's do it. So the BenQ ScreenBar Halo is now with what they're calling an integrated backlight that has an adjustable 35-degree angle. That's what I was talking about when you can turn it a little bit, with a 3-eye care setting mode and a non-reflective glare. So in other words, when you have your light on your monitor, there will be no glare. And that's what a lot of people worry about, obviously, is like people buying lamps for your computer desk. You always have to worry about that glare. And a lot of times you may have to move the lamp itself. You're not going to have this problem with the BenQ. Comes with what they're calling the Smart Wireless Controller Dock. Allows you to adjust brightness and color temp remotely. So yes, guys, this has no wires attached. You can set it wherever you desire. So let's go ahead and cover the 3 light modes. You have the front light, you have the rear light, and then the third mode is both of them on at the same time. So it's 3 modes, but really 2. You can either use the front, the back, or both. I guess it is 3. And the nice part about the plug is the USB-A adapter. You can convert it to an AC adapter, or you can use it on your tower or on a monitor. But keep in mind, it's only a 5-volt 1.3 amp for your power supply. So some of the monitors might not support that, and you might get some flickering. If you do, you know that it doesn't support it. If you don't, you know it supports it. And lastly, for the curved monitor users, you are in luck. They include the wedge right in the box. You're going to have no problems whatsoever and no glare issues on a curved monitor. Let's talk color temperature, okay? It goes from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 K with an 800 lux. The light coverage that you're going to get out of this is 63 centimeters by 40 centimeters. Now that is plenty of space for you to have light on your desk to see what the hell you're doing. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys how this dock works. And the way I've set it up, normally I would have it on my monitor, obviously, but I think you guys are gonna get a lot more gist of the story with my upper camera. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and show you how well and responsive this dock works. Now with the dock, you first have to wake it up. And I didn't even know that in the very beginning. And I'm like, how the hell is this thing working? So let me tell you guys ahead of time, if you plug this into your monitor and it's not working, make sure you do exactly what I'm going to show you so you know for a fact that your light is working properly, whether it's plugged in right or not, okay? They say to hover over it about 2 centimeters. There you go. It lights up and you're able to use it. If you don't do anything, it will shut off by itself. So let's go ahead and wake it up and press the center button. Boom, there we go, guys. Wow, okay. Lighting on my face is gonna be a little odd for this part of the review. Could get a little creepy. Apologies. All right, the first thing we're gonna look at on this is the auto dimming mode, and that is found right here. There it is. And now it is adjusting the light to the setting of how I have my lights right now, okay? So if you don't feel like messing with cooler temperature or warmer temperature, and you just want something to be neutral, use the auto dimming mode and you'll be just fine. It will adjust accordingly, okay? Now, if you want to tweak it to your liking, you just go ahead and start turning the knob, and as you increase it, it's going to start changing the temperature into a cooler look, and then coming back down into the warmer look, okay? So you actually have quite a few modes on this dock to really get in there and play around and find your perfect setting. Which brings me to the next feature, my favorite modes. That's what they're calling it, it's not mine. It's called my favorite modes, okay? And that is a heart, which is down here. So once you find your setting, you press and hold the heart, and boom, it'll flash, and now you have your favorites. So if you turn this down, but you go back to your favorites, it's gonna go right back to the setting that you had when you saved it. Now remember, we talked about the 3 modes. This is where you'll find that. Right under the power button, you have the front light on just by itself. Press it, and now you have just the rear light, or you have both lights, or back to the front light. 3 modes. Then to shut it off, you just push the button and it fades away. Nice touch, no pun intended, that BenQ has incorporated into this beautiful light system. All right, guys, let's go ahead and cover some pros and cons, and then I will let you know if I think you guys should really invest in one of these nifty gadgets or not. Let's go. All right, pro number 1, very bright. This light is going to perform better than probably any ScreenBar light you've ever owned, okay? It's a pretty bold statement, but I'm telling you, BenQ definitely doesn't hold back when they are making a product. They're gonna give you their all, and I believe it's been done in this ScreenBar Halo. Pro number 2, you're getting 2 lights for the price of 1. That's right, not only a front light, a back light, or both. 3 modes. Sorry, still boggles me. Pro 3, you're getting a wireless dock, okay? You guys are gonna love it. You can put this anywhere you want. Not having a cord connected to it makes it so manageable that if you get tired of one spot, move it to the next. Pretty cool. All right, guys, obviously where there's pros, there are cons, and I have a few, okay? Con number 1, speaking of how cool this dock is, it's also a con. It's a huge fingerprint magnet, okay? This glossy finish, you're gonna have smudges. And the second con that also pertains to the dock is it's extremely hard to see, okay? You're looking at a black screen with icons that aren't lit up right now until you start touching this thing, right? So yeah, definitely an illuminated white light on the icons. BenQ, it's good advice, trust me. And the last con also pertains to the dock. It's a little laggy, okay? I noticed like when you're turning the wheel, it's a little laggy. So instead of actually turning the wheel with your hand, I found that if you just take your finger and grab the outer edge, kind of like a smartwatch, it's so much faster to roll it around. I'm nitpicking at this point, okay? Would Brannon recommend you guys the BenQ ScreenBar Halo? Okay, now I am not sponsored or endorsed through BenQ whatsoever, okay? They merely send their products out to me for me to give you guys the honest review. It's that simple. How much is this little bad boy? Well, right now, and I will drop you an affiliate link from Amazon down in my description below. That's right, I get a little kickback. If you so desire to use my link, feel absolutely free to do so if you want. It helps me keep making these reviews for you. On Amazon, right now, you can get this for $178.73. I don't know where Amazon comes out with these prices. I really don't. $178.73. The other day it was $179 even. Today it's $178.73. Well, maybe tomorrow it might be a little less than that. Either here nor there. If you guys want to pick one up, get on down there and use my link. Question of the day, which pertained to the very beginning of this review, right? I said, would I suggest this item? Do you need it? How useful is it? Or is it just a conversational piece? Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, at first I thought it was a conversational piece before I owned one. Once I hooked it up and started using it for writing bills, writing emails, or even cleaning my keyboard, you guys are gonna love it. I'm telling you right now, you will use this light. Now, I don't keep it on all the time, obviously, because I love the blue and the orange and all these colorful RGB lightings in the background. But when I need to get down to some business, I'm using the BenQ ScreenBar light. And I think you guys will too. All right, that's gonna do it for today's review. But first, before you go, I have to open a fortune cookie. And should I use the brand new knife even though it didn't open the box? Hell yeah, I'm like a kid in a candy store. Oh, look at the size of that blade. Pretty sweet. Oh, and it's very sharp, very sharp. All right, well, let's see what the fortune is. You'll never know what you can do until you try. Yes, very true. You never know what you can do until you try. There's a lot of truth to that. Well, guys, it's been real, definitely. If you have lasted this long in this review, then either your family or there's definitely something wrong with you. But hey, I am no judge. I don't judge people. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Catch me in my next video.